Do you like fantasy? Do you like science fiction? Do you like samurai films? Do you like animation? Do you like dystopian stories? Samurai Jack has it all. Where's hot, everybody, and welcome to yet another video, and welcome to yet another blast from the past. Oh yeah, once again, it's a cliche, but what do you want to do about it? However, if you are tired of the modern entertainment, which provides you with meh and bland and bleh and beige stories, and really nothing to be excited about, it's not always bad, but it's meh, why not going back and enjoy or re-enjoy something that has been proved throughout the time, sometimes decades, sometimes even longer, to be good and to have been enjoyed by a wide audience and nerds and geeks all over the world. We are here, of course, talking about the animated show Samurai Jack that aired way back then for some of you, but it's not that long ago. In 2001, it's not really, as I said, that long ago, at the beginning of the 21st century, and it aired originally on Cartoon Network, and is one of the works that come from the mind and hands of the genius creator Genndy Tartakovsky, a Russian-American creator who has been, throughout the ages, involved in many famous animated TV show, such as Star Wars Clone Wars, the original Clone Wars, the Cartoon Network style Clone Wars, not the later one that is the CGI animated. And then, of course, Dexter's Laboratory, or the Powerpuff Girls, or more recently, Primal. And he also worked, although I think uncredited, on Batman the Animated Series. So, I mean, and we could be naming his work for a long time. The list would take very, 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 very many pages. Now, the original TV show aired from 2001 to 2004, and the series was unfinished. The final season was then made, well, much later, 13 years later, in 2017, and then it was finished. And it spawned many action figurines and comic book adaptations, I think, and even a video game, if I'm not wrong. But what is this all about? This beautifully stylized TV show from 2001 talks about a young samurai prince from the ancient feudal Japan. And by the way, for this, Tartakovsky was inspired by many things. Once again, I think that his prime inspirations were Kung Fu, the TV show with David Carradine, if you remember it, as well as the acclaimed comic book or graphic novel Ronin by Frank Miller, for those of you who are into the comic book medium. And so it talks about the young samurai prince who was then forced to encounter an evil shape-shifting demon Aku, who had dealt with his father, with Jack's father, before. And so Jack, or the young samurai prince, receives a magical sword from his father, and then he goes and travels and all around the world. There's a beautiful sequence at the beginning of the first episode when Jack travels all around the world and visits all the different cultures, like, you know, Japan and China and Egypt and Greece and Scandinavia, and he learns from each and every single of these nations, he learns some skill, like a martial art or another, or a skill at sword fighting, a skill at riding horses, archery, basically very similar to what Bruce Wayne did when he was preparing to find Batman. And in the meantime, Aku took over his land and enslaved his people and his father. And then Jack came back, and he was about to fight Aku, and then just before he dealt a final strike, Aku sent him to the future through a warp thingy, so that he couldn't defeat him. And he sent him to a dystopian future that revolved around Aku taking over the entire world and turning it into a post-apocalyptic dystopian world inhabited by all sorts of different creatures and aliens and monsters from alternative realities and dimensions. And so the main task of the young samurai prince is to get back to the past, to his own time, to defeat Aku, and to reverse this unfortunate future where, well, nothing is good and everything is under control of Aku. Now, the name Jack, of course, is not his own that would be given to him by his parents in the feudal Japan. It was given to him after his arrival to Earth. To the future. People started calling him Jack. And that's what he, kept. And so the individual episodes are then very episodic, and each and every single one has its own story. They can stand on their own, but of course, the ultimate goal and the overreaching story that connects all the episodes together is Jack's desire, attempt, and his quest to get back to the past to, defeat Aku. What is beautiful about this TV show is not only the story, the apparent inspiration by all things that we love, but also the originality, but the animation style, which is so typical to Tartakovsky and to, everybody that knows the end of the 90s, beginning of the 2000s, Cartoon Network style of animation. Exactly what we were able to see at Powerpuff Girls and Dexter's Laboratory, or the Clone Wars, the pre-CGI Clone Wars, and all those different beautiful old, not old. For some of you, it might be old already. I'm a teacher and I'm used to being called old by my students, even though I'm not that old. Anyway, I do recommend, absolutely 100%, this TV show. Those episodes are not long, they're about 20 minutes long. I have been rewatching it lately quite a lot. And the style or the creations of Tartakovsky are also known for including not much of a dialogue. So it's very action-packed. It's a very visual style animation with a lot of quick action and swift and quick and rapid action sequences, but sometimes also the opposite. And it could sometimes be, not lengthy, but let's say relaxing to watch a sequence where an army of robotic bugs are marching about 5 minutes in a row. But one way or another, I think that everybody will enjoy this TV show. Kids and adults both. People who are interested in animation and or just casual TV show fans. And it is much better than anything that is being crapped out by mainstream today. It is very much similar in its style to Primal that is aired right now, I think, and it's very modern, and of course comes from the same creator. So if you like Primal, yeah, just go and check out Samurai Jack. 100% worth it. All right then, let me know in the comments down below what you think. If you've seen Samurai Jack, if you are a fan of it, if you've seen all of it, and what you think about the entire thing. And that will be all. Thank you very much for watching, and Namarie.